Hey guys, Brady here, and I know I'm a bit late to this, but I did see Sausage Party for a second time, literally a week after I saw it the first time. And so, since I got a lot of positive feedback from people, not film critics or anything like that, that saw the movie and had the exact same opinion as I did, I now have like 600 views on that video. So I thought I'd further my thoughts because after watching the video, I didn't really say too much about the movie other than the fact that I didn't like it. Um, I think I know why this movie has like an 82 or 84, whatever it is, on Rotten Tomatoes. It's because at at the screenings they had, they were handing out drinks. They were handing out drinks to the critics, to the audience, to everyone. Drinks, alcoholic beverages. So they knew their movie was complete shit. So in order for them to get positive feedback from the movie, they made their audience drunk, had them watch a movie because apparently when you're drunk, you think everything is so fucking hilarious. So when Sausage Party started, everybody was buzzed. They were drunk as hell. Not really drunk, but they were inebriated watching Sausage Party. They had alcohol in their system while seeing Sausage Party. They were under the influence of alcohol. They had it in their system. Therefore, whatever popped on screen, they were laughing their asses off. I, for one, I was 18 at the time this movie came out. I'm 19. I turned 19 a month later, but at that time, I wasn't able to drink. Therefore, I didn't have a rollicking good time with Sausage Party. I saw underneath the terribleness, or uh, this movie is just awful. I understand if you want to be like edgy and make like an R-rated animated movie, that's fine. It's been done before. It's been done perfectly. It's been done hysterically. This movie just completely missed the mark on being a hilarious satirical comedy that is in fact animated. And you should not be bringing your kids to this. I mean, they literally have the movie is called Sausage Party. It's an animated movie with the word sausage in the title. That should click in your mind that this is probably not going to be a kids movie. So, parents, you need to learn when to put two to two together and be like, maybe this is not a kind of movie to take your kid to. It's rated fucking R. And I'm baffled as to why this movie has an 84% or 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie, the humor sucked. Every joke, like 90% of the jokes in this movie were terrible. I'm not easily offended. I'm a pretty offending person. I love offensive jokes a lot if done right. Um, I also like crude humor. I'm not a huge fan of gross out humor, but I didn't get gross out humor in this movie. To me, gross out humor is like vomiting, pooping, and pissing on someone. That's gross out humor. This movie didn't have any of that. Uh, but they did have an orgy scene at the end. There is an orgy scene at the end, and probably the most cringeworthy scene or part of that orgy scene is when I guess like it's like these jars just scratching the bottom of cheese and then sniffing their fingers. That part was did not sit right with me. That part was just too much crass for, in my opinion, too much crude in my opinion. Um, that scene was terrible. let alone the entire orgy scene was terrible. It people were people were praising that scene like oh there's this one scene at the end that it takes it a little bit too far, but when it takes it a little bit too far it gets funnier and funnier as the scene progresses. That uh that scene was, I guess, overhyped in my opinion. I didn't think it was funny at all. I think it was completely it just wasn't funny. Like, ha ha ha, food having sex. It's not funny. Um, uh, preaching about how religion is well, not terrible, but bullshit. I understand. I'm an atheist. Um, let's go. But yeah, this movie doesn't really care about who it offends, and I am okay with that. Like, I don't mind a good offensive movie where they don't give a crap about who or what you are. They will they will just poke fun at your sex, your religion, your ethnicity, your nationality, your everything. There was a few Canadian stereotypes in there. Well, one stereotype about Canadians, and then to me the funniest part of this movie. I'm Jewish, by the way. To me, the funniest part of this movie was the beginning of the movie. They had like this big musical number, um, and there's this thing with there's like this one line where it's just Nazis talking about exterminating Jews. That was fucking hilarious. That scene. That whole entire segment. That 1 20-second part of a song was probably the best part of the movie. And then, unfortunately, after the song starts, you see where the movie's no song. Unfortunately, after the song ends, you see where the movie's gonna go. And to me, some of what's disappointing about this movie is that it focuses way too much in the grocery store. Like in the trailer, you see that the sausages are going to some lady's house. Like, okay, this is gonna be hilarious. They're gonna the whole movie, only like the opening 20 minutes is gonna be inside a grocery store, and then it's gonna be inside this lady's house for the rest of the movie. That is not how it plays out at all, and I was kind of disappointed. And that whole entire scene where they're like spoofing the opening scene to Saving Private Ryan was bullshittingly executed. The execution was stupid. I was expecting something big to pay off that scene. Like I was expecting like that to be like the ending scene with where the food is just like killing the humans and stuff like that. I was expecting that scene to be saved for the end, but in the beginning, where the thing that causes it is that they crash into a fucking another fucking shopping cart. Really? That is the cause of a Saving Private Ryan spoof, and just that, oh my god, that the execution of that scene pissed me off. I wanted it to be something else, not I wanted it to play out in a different way. I didn't want it to be, oh, someone crashed into the girl's shopping cart, and now all their and then now let's reenact the opening scene to Saving Private Ryan. I wanted it to be something different, and I did not get what I expected from that. And the trailer made it hilarious. In the movie, it was complete shit. Um, it it wasn't as dramatic as it was in the trailer, and it just the payoff was just complete shit. Um, but yes, you get f bombs galore in this movie, and I don't mind f bombs. I curse like a sailor. If you've seen my videos before I made that review of Sausage Party, I curse a lot. Like I probably say the f word thousands of times in school, not in front of the teachers at least. I do say it a lot. Say it a lot at home too. Say it when I'm talking to my friends. I say it in text messages. I I say the F word a lot. It's a good word to use, in my opinion. But this movie just beats you over the head that it's an R-rated movie. And the novelty of hearing Food say the F word wears off after the first 5 minutes of the movie where they've already said fuck 20 times. There's at least 5 fucks. No, there's at least 20 fucks in the opening 5 minutes of the movie. 20! Maybe more. There's 131 fucks in this movie. I didn't count. It's the approximate number that they put in the IMDb Parents Guide section. And this movie is 89 minutes long. Deadpool is 1 hour and 45 minutes, I think, long. And they said the F word 84 times. They didn't beat you over the head as much in Deadpool that it's an R-rated superhero movie. Like, this movie beat you over the head that it's an R-rated animated movie. Deadpool did it right. Sausage Party did it completely 100% wrong. And then we got this character played by Nick Kroll, who, if you don't know, he plays Josh in the beginning of Dinner for Schmucks. You know, I wonder who's going to get his office. That guy in the beginning of Dinner for Schmucks. That's Nick Kroll. He's only in that one scene. But, his character in this movie was the most obnoxious character I've ever seen on film. I wanted him to die. Every single time he was on screen, I wanted to fucking punch him. Because everything he said, everything was either a pun or it ended with the word bro. Or he was over-explaining that, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna come over to you. I'm not gonna grab you by the head and say I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm gonna just eventually kill you in the first place. Yes, that is a line in this movie. Well, I'm paraphrasing, but that's similar to a line in this movie. Like, it's like, I'm not gonna kill you. He grabs Tequila and like smashes him on the floor. Like, really? It may be funny when it's in like a kid friendly animated movie, but you are an R-rated comedy, an R-rated animated movie, and that's the joke you go with? I'm not going to do this to you, but you do it anyway? But not only that, you over-explained the joke, and it just fell flat on its face. I hated Sausage Party with a passion. This movie is probably the most disappointing movie I have ever seen in my entire life. I love Seth Rogen. His movies are hilarious. Well, except for Neighbors 2. Neighbors 2 is a bit of a letdown. Night Before was good, but not as great as I was expecting it to be. I thought the comedy didn't hit as hard as it did in like Interview, This Is the End, Superbad, and all that other stuff. But Night Before was still good. Sausage Party is probably Seth Rogen's worst movie ever, in my opinion. This is probably my least favorite movie of his, and I was pumped for this movie. I was honest to God pumped for it. I was even watching the trailer before, like, I arrived like maybe 20 minutes early for the movie, and I was watching the trailer like 3 or 4 times before the trailers, before they started showing the previews for the movie. I was like, I'm gonna watch the trailers because the movie is hilarious. I want to be pumped. So I started watching the trailers, and I was laughing in the trailers. And then when the movie came on, I was like, okay, this movie is gonna be good. And about 20 minutes into the movie, I saw it with my friend. He turns to me, he's like, this movie isn't funny. I'm like, wait a second, just give it a chance. It's gonna get funny. And we gave it a chance, and it was just a big, major disappointment. This movie is actually the reason why my friend isn't going to too many movies anymore, because he doesn't want to spend his money on going to the movies. He said he's gonna watch out for what he sees now because of this movie. This movie pretty much put him on the edge of going to the movies. And we used to go to the movies a lot. Now I go to the movies with him like once a month, which sucks. Yeah. Sausage Party is just terrible. There's going to be a part two to this because I already went over my limit.